Hey, good morning, everybody. Bob Trade Genius, the 8th of June. Didn't do too many videos this week. Family birthdays, graduations, and just was way too busy. But it was a very good week. And now I'm looking for a rotation here. Precious metals had some really good pops here. The dollar's starting to wiggle a little bit. There's expectation in the air for a Fed rate cut coming in the next week and a half. But what I'm most interested in is seeing here is that I think there's going to be a rotation. I think the precious metals are going to consolidate here, and I think we're going to look at the industrial metals now to take a move higher. And let me just show you some of them right here. So this is the Copper Miners ETF. It bottomed this week and it's pushed higher. And then you have lithium. Has pushed higher. And you have steel, and I'll just use just one of the names in the industry. You get my point. Here's the XME if you just want to play ETFs. Okay. And then you have gold that really has popped and it's starting to give these topping candles. You see them here? There's huge resistance at 1375 area here. So, and it's going to probably take some effort to get over that. So I'd just be looking for maybe a push back down here a little bit over the next 10 days, trying to scare the children before the next Fed meeting. And if you're in miners and you made some really good profit, I'd be looking for just remaining in the names of the stocks that you think are best and getting out of some of the things that move pretty hard. So I'll just whip through these real fast. This is one that you want to own a lot, starting to top here a little bit. I'm actually going to buy some back at 640 if I can get the price, and it looks like I probably will. And we're already in AK Steel. I have options on this to the end of the year, and I'm selling against it as I need to. And here's ALO. ALO's coming back down to this area here. What we don't want to do is have a breakdown through here, but they're all still in downtrend, some of these. And then this is a software stock that we bought just the other day, 2 days ago, having some nice move. This is an area here that I'm looking at maybe resistance, but this looks like it could push back higher again. Pretty excited about this one. And GLD, this is my biggest miner position. I like it because I can sell calls against it every week to generate income, and it just had an explosive move out of its ex-dividend date, and I think it's going to drift down before it makes this next level higher. If you look here, it's been in just a crazy range, okay, and it needs to break out of this range here for it to get the next level. I think it is. This was probably the bottom probably about a year and a half ago, and it's just been stuck in this range. Go a little bit closer here on the weekly. Is that bounced off its midpoint line here too, but still in a multi-year downtrend yet. We've got to bust this, and then here's what I'm talking about here. It needs to get over 1512 so I can start hopscotching higher. So I'm just going to keep selling calls against my position, keep lowering my cost of the position, and once it gets over here, I'll take a breather from trading the call options and let it get another level higher before I do it again. But I just want to show you guys that it's kind of tracing out in a complicated inverted head and shoulders, but it got violated here, but now it has to push back up and go higher. So we'll see what it's going to do one that's been lagging but goes ex-dividend tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow, on Monday. Is that uh, I bought some at 2.99 here, and it's been bouncing up and down here around $3. But my expectation is that once it goes past ex-dividend, we should get a tradable bump on it. And it's just incredibly undervalued right now. It's profitable and pays a monthly dividend. So when we start getting these moves, this is why I like it. We have a 300% opportunity in it. We know it's in there, and this is gold prices that were the same price as they are now. So there's definitely a mismatch between the price of the stuff they get and the value of the company. Let's see here. KGC is one that's very responsive to the moves. I just bought back on this on Friday. I'm going to try to hold these through the Fed meeting. I also bought back MAG as well. And that's pretty much my positions in on the precious metal side. And then I have a position in URA. I'm bullish on uranium. These are weekly positions. So let me go back down to the 4 hour where I do most of my trading. It looks very constructive. So I'm looking for it just to keep climbing higher. And then UUUU is we have a position as well. We've traded this thing before. And this is beautiful bull. I'm looking for it to come right back up again. And I'm looking for President Trump to protect these industries and these miners and strategic metals in general, and that's just going to really support a company like UUU, because it's going to be they have vanadium and they have uranium coming out of the ground. And then we also bought this on a buy signal. We caught it coming off the gap here and pushed through. This is the Bitcoin Trust. For those who want to get a little exposure to cryptos, but through the equity side. It's a nice tradable, I don't even call it ETF, it's a nice tradable stock. And then one more that we did, because it relates to what's happening in the grains, is we went ahead and bought some of the Eagle Shipping, okay? And we got in at 474, and I'm looking for this big red bar to get retraced, and that's when I'm going to hop off the boat, or if this crosses back over, I'll hop off. But our stop's at 457. I'll be sliding it up next week some. So that's kind of where we're positioned right now. We're pretty happy. We're in FCX also, and let me show you that one, because I think that one has the potential to really explode too. And we bought FCX at 1010. It's at 1034. These are all tracing out some really nice rounded bottoms right now. So anyway, that's kind of where we're at, and I'm going to be looking at some opportunities next week, maybe play a little bit, some SPY calls and such, depending on how the week goes. If they blow this thing right up on Monday, then I'm not going to chase it. But if it gives any pullback, I think they're going to run this thing to probably to potentially up to 3,000 on the S&P going into this Fed meeting. And then I have no idea what the Fed will do at that point. I don't know if you cut interest rates when you have markets at all-time highs, but if they don't, look for a catastrophic collapse in stock prices, I think, with the disappointment that they're going to have. So anyway, catch you later. Put in the comments if there's any stocks you want me to bring up and talk. I'll tell you one more. I'm watching this Chinese version of Netflix, and I think it's ready to start bottoming out here too. I haven't made a position in it yet, but it's starting to flash on my buy screen. And when this thing goes, I've traded this a couple times when it was in an uptrend. You can get a good $4 or $5 move on it in a heartbeat, and pay for your monthly nut here, with one stock. So let you guys know if I jump into it, because it has a lot of Momo, and the Chinese are pumping yuan into in their system, and I think this will translate. Thanks for listening. Catch you guys later. Bye bye.